Right, so little video this morning of putting the battens on. So the tools you need, you've got a circular saw, battery powders, loads easier, multi-tool, Stanley blade, some ring shank nails. These are 75 mils for the battens. Usually I've been using 64 mils, but they didn't have any of them left, so that's not a problem. A hammer if you need it, and a nail gun, make your life loads easier. So just turn that on. And then these two are my gauge blocks, so they fit in there. And then you sit your battens on top of there, nail it down, and then that'll give you the same gauge, each one within a mil or two. You see I've got two there, so one's a bit smaller than the other, so I've got some of my battens from one supplier and then the other battens from another supplier, so that's why. So the newer battens are a little bit thinner, although they're ordered the same size, they're a little bit thinner. So you see that fits in there, and then that one fits in that one. If I put that one in there, there's a bit of movement there, so that's what that's for. So we use these ones, and then we'll show you how I've been doing it. Right, so set one of the blocks up there, one of them at this end. Get your bit of batten, sit that on there. Make sure you got it up on the edge there. That's the hip there, and then I won't need to cut it down, and then you're off. And then just move your block along. Each time. And then when I get to here, I'd mark my line there in the middle of that batten, middle of that one. Usually I'd stagger the joints, so that joint would be there, that joint would be down that end, but just for the purpose of showing you here, I'll do it this way. Circular saw or multi-tool, whatever. You might need to use a multi-tool rather than circular saw, depending on whether you can get the saw in there or not. And then I've got some offcuts here, little bits. Sit that on there, that's there roughly. Saw again. Same again, put your block in there.
swear it was like around the time when things were going well, when we got guns and then actually put my down the line. Me and more think about my nigga do with mad family. Then I hugged her, I don't know how I came around like this. Then she looked and said, look after the album shit and make sure that you learn something. And the thought of it makes you wonder. That's her only son, took a little boy from his mother, that's a lonely mum.
Small a bit there.
Actually, we're the only one, so for the fact that it's nothing fun when the niggas trying to put 6 in the gut and run. I don't wanna be another month.
Hit that on there. I'll just show you one more, but from this end then, and you can see what I mean about the joints. I usually set that up down there somewhere. Get my piece of batten. Put that up there. It might be long enough here for a full length without a joint, but we'll see. Sit that one on there, that one sat on there down there. That one there. And just move your gauge along there. And then when I get to the point where the blocks meet, I'll just put that one back up there onto the next row, and then that's in place ready to go for the next batten to sit on, and I ain't got to walk back and forwards then.
They're looking for murderers and they're the ones that kill.
And then see, that's a little bit short there, so I'm going to cut that now with a multi-tool.
They don't want me to know where I'm coming from. If they did, then I would know where I'm going done. I need to look they show me one why my heart's so cold and I'm very love. Cause we don't care no one's past that. I don't wanna You're my fire, holding tighter. What's mine is hers, vice now.